You may remember our guest today from her appearances on That's So Raven, My Wife and Kids, and What About Brian? But she became a household name when she was cast as Vanessa Abrams on the hit TV series Gossip Girl. I'd like to welcome Jessica Szohr to Sidewalks.
Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us today on Sidewalks.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, I know that you are originally from Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin, which is a long way from Manhattan, which is where your character on Gossip Girl is from.
Yes.
What was it like for you growing up in Wisconsin?
I grew up in a really small town. My whole family lived within 2 miles from each other, and I came from a really big family. And I moved out to LA with the thickest Wisconsin accent you could possibly have, and was in LA for a little bit, and then moved to New York for a little bit for Gossip Girl. And it was a big change from West Coast to East Coast. You know, living in a huge big city that's like a cement jungle.
Sure.
It was crazy. It was a really good and fun experience, but so different. So different.
Well, you know, I've got family from Wisconsin that are huge Green Bay fans. Are you a Packer fan?
Huge Packer fan. That was a really big Super Bowl for us. It was 14 years, so I feel your family.
You almost have to be if you're from there, right?
Yeah, you don't have an option.
The cheese hat, exactly.
Yeah. I went to the Super Bowl and I was actually crying when they won, so.
Oh my gosh, yay for you.
It was very exciting.
So when did you realize that you wanted to become an actress?
I grew up, like we just said, in Menomonee Falls, and I did some modeling and commercials in Chicago. And then I kind of just, when I was graduating high school, I was enrolled to go to an art school in Chicago called Columbia. And then I decided to graduate high school early to go and try pilot season and kind of feel out LA. And was going to still go to school, you know, 6 months later. And then I realized you can't really put a time limit on something you want to test out or a dream you have, because there's so much learning that you have, learning experiences that you go through, and you have to figure out a lot of stuff when you're moving into a new chapter of your life and leaving things behind. And so I came out here to LA, and I took an acting class with Howard Fine, and that's kind of when I figured out, like, if I can feel this way emotionally and get into different characters and play anything and anyone, and try very hard to put all my hard work into it, that's what I was going to try to do. So
right.
Here I am.
Well, one of the wonderful benefits of sort of being in this industry is fashion, and I know that you are known for your sense of fearless style. Is dressing up something that you've always loved to do?
I mean, I think a part of me was, a part of dressing up growing up, yeah, it was. But I was never, until I moved to New York and kind of left Menomonee Falls, was aware of so many designers and all these different crazy trends. But, you know, being a part of Gossip Girl, that really opened my eyes to this whole other world. But yeah, I love it. It's super fun. And, you know, I kind of am a person who's kind of frugal with my money. So when I go shopping, I kind of like to get a deal or get the budget or go to garage sales and things like that. But yeah, it's a big part of my life. And that's actually why I teamed up with Dove with this fashion challenge, because they did a study and realized that most women feel uncomfortable about showing their underarms. So they created a Go Sleeveless deodorant that gives you softer, smoother skin in just 5 days. And I never wanted women to feel like they have to, you know, can't wear this kind of top or this strapless dress because they felt uncomfortable, you know, exposing that area. So we are doing this fashion challenge where if you go to dovegosleeveless.com, you can enter to win a trip to New York and $5,000 to go shopping with me. So I'm really excited.
That is going to be fantastic. Well, who are some of your favorite fashion designers?
Let's see. I like Chris Benz a lot, and I like Marc Jacobs. I like Rebecca Minkoff. I like Parenza, Marchesa. And then I like going to Topshop and Aldo and J. Crew. So I'm all over the place. I like to mix and match and, you know, wear something that's maybe high fashion and then something from a vintage store or garage sale. So.
Right, right. Well, we have so enjoyed watching you on Gossip Girl, and of course we've learned that you are not coming back as a regular character on the show.
Yeah, we are separating ways right now, but it was such an amazing experience. I had so much fun, and to live in New York and to work with the cast and the crew that we did, it was great, and I'm excited for the change. And you know that we've talked about maybe making an appearance back or so, in in the next season. But
sure.
It's good. It was a great experience, and I'm excited for what's ahead of me.
Did you have a favorite storyline as you kind of look back on your time on the show?
Let's see. I just remember I was moving to New York to just do a few episodes, and then when I stayed for a couple years, it was crazy that I was still living there. But I guess I had a lot of fun the whole storyline with Chase Crawford's character in mind. He was one of my really good friends, so it was great to work with him, and yeah, that was good. And then I enjoyed her growing up and going to NYU, and it was all fun. I don't know. We all had so much fun and such a blast working together there. So I'm very blessed. Nice.
Well, you've got lots of other fun stuff happening outside of Gossip Girl. You wanna talk a little bit about your movie projects?
Sure. I have Love, Wedding, Marriage with Mandy Moore and Kellen Lutz, and it's a romantic comedy, and basically Mandy and I play sisters, and we're trying to keep our parents from getting divorced. And it was interesting going from playing Vanessa for so long into kind of a comedy role, but it was fun and it was a challenge, and I hope people enjoy it and laugh, and that was great. And then I just finished a movie called I Don't Know How She Does It with Sarah Jessica Parker. I played her nanny, and that was fun. It's about Sarah Jessica's character is a mom and tries to, juggle being have a full-time job and being a mom like most women have to do. And I play her nanny, so that was interesting. And speaking of fashion, she's one of the biggest fashion icons ever, so that was really interesting to see what she wore to set every day. And then I worked a few days on this movie called Tower Heist, which was an amazing cast. Casey Affleck, Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, Matthew Broderick. So that was really fun. It was just a few days, but having scenes with all of them was a blessing and crazy and awesome. So, yeah.
Well, Jessica, there's a lot more of you in your career in front of you, so all your fans have nothing to fear.
Well, thank you so much.
We really appreciate you being with us today. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks. You too.
Bye.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.